You don't need me to tell you what frustration feels like. You already know. It's the tension in your chest when your efforts fall flat. It's the heat in your face when someone crosses a line you've drawn 100 times. It's the silent scream behind your polite smile when life refuses to cooperate with your timeline. Frustration isn't weakness. It's feedback, it's energy, it's sacred information about where your life, your body, and your boundaries are misaligned. And yet, most people misunderstand frustration. They try to stuff it down with forced gratitude, bypass it with false positivity, or weaponize it through blame and burnout. But what if frustration isn't something to suppress or fear? What if it's something to translate? In today's episode of Emotional Alchemy, a 42-day inner revolution, we're unpacking frustration through 4 key lenses: psychology, philosophy, spirituality, and science. Let's dive in. Welcome to 858 Society, where self-discovery meets transformation. I'm Ariel, your certified master spirit life coach, here to help you unlock your power, heal from the past, and create the life and relationships you deserve. In this space, we dive deep into topics like dating, relationships, spirituality, and personal growth, all designed to empower you to step into your highest self. Whether you're seeking clarity, confidence, or connection, you are in the right place. Now, let's get into today's episode. Psychologically, frustration is categorized as an emotional response to blocked goals. It arises when there's a perceived gap between what we want and what reality offers. Frustration thrives where unmet expectations live. According to the frustration aggression hypothesis, frustration occurs when an individual is prevented from achieving an expected goal, leading to a buildup of tension that often results in anger or aggression if unprocessed. Modern psychology also links chronic frustration to cognitive dissonance, the discomfort we feel when our beliefs, values, and actions are out of alignment. This is where frustration becomes more than just annoyance. It becomes a signal that something in our life structure is unsustainable. Frustration says you're trying to force something that isn't flowing. You're holding on to timelines, outcomes, and expectations that aren't grounded in current reality. Or you're abandoning your needs, your voice, or your truth. Philosophically, frustration has been linked to existential dissatisfaction. Thinkers like Kierkegaard and Camus spoke of the human struggle against absurdity, the clash between our desire for control and life's inherent unpredictability. Frustration is born at the intersection, where reality won't bend to our will and we're forced to confront the limits of our power. Camus would argue the key is not to eliminate frustration, but to allow it to lead us into deeper questions about meaning, surrender, and resilience. Frustration invites philosophical inquiry. What am I attached to that is no longer serving me? What expectation did I build my happiness upon? And how can I honor my humanity in moments where life doesn't meet my demands? Spiritually, frustration is a mirror. It reflects where we're gripping too tightly, where ego overrides faith, and where control has become our false god. Frustration isn't here to punish you. It's here to redirect you, to slow you down, to ask, are you aligned or are you attached? Are you acting from trust or from fear? The spiritual teaching is clear. Frustration is a call to surrender, not to give up, but to give in to a deeper wisdom, a better plan, a timeline beyond your control. It teaches patience, humility, and presence. Frustration asks, can you loosen your grip? Can you hold space for mystery? Can you let divine timing lead instead of egoic timelines? From a scientific standpoint, frustration activates the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for emotional responses like fear and aggression. It also triggers the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal or HPA axis, releasing cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Neuroscience showed that frustration engages the brain's anterior cingulate cortex, or ACC, which processes emotional conflict, and the prefrontal cortex, responsible for problem solving and regulation. This explains why frustration can cloud judgment, shorten patience, and lead to rash decisions if not managed properly. Left unchecked, chronic frustration contributes to increased cortisol levels, impacting weight, immunity, and sleep, also higher risk of anxiety and depression, reduced cognitive flexibility, and relationship breakdowns due to reactive behaviors. But when acknowledged and processed, frustration becomes a neurological opportunity to rewire resilience. Neuroplasticity teaches us that each time you regulate your frustration instead of reacting to it, you strengthen the neural pathways for patience, clarity, and emotional mastery. Frustration can fuel innovation. It can birth clarity. It can break you free from cycles of self-abandonment, but only if you listen to it, only if you ask, what is this really teaching me? Beneath frustration is always something deeper: unmet needs, unspoken truths, unrealistic expectations, unprocessed grief, fear of slowing down or starting over. When you meet frustration with compassion, it becomes refinement, not self-sabotage. It shows you where to trust divine timing over ego's demands. Frustration is not failure, it's feedback. It's your invitation to recalibrate and realign. And yes, it will visit you often on the path of healing and growth, but it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're alive. It means you care. It means you're evolving. Let frustration teach you. Let it move you. Let it remind you that clarity often lives on the other side of tension. Frustration isn't the end. It's the doorway. I'll leave you with these 3 questions to answer in the comment section. Where in your life is frustration revealing a deeper truth you've been avoiding? How can you begin listening to your frustration as sacred feedback rather than self-criticism? And lastly, what might change if you stopped forcing outcomes and started trusting your own process more deeply? I look forward to connecting with you in the comment section. If today's episode resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to go deeper into your self-discovery journey, join my Patreon community where we explore transformative topics like dating, relationships, spirituality, philosophy, and more. You'll also find my beautifully designed digital guides filled with life-changing insights available on Patreon and on my website at 858society.com. Both links are in the description, and I can't wait to connect with you there. I'll be back soon with another empowering episode to help you unlock your fullest potential. I'm sending you much love and light. Take care, my friend.